Welcome back. One of your hosts of the Activated Podcast, GDQ. We here.
It's your boy, Real Walter Ford, upside down.
I was about to say, I don't know why he's doing that. It's your boy, Mac2301, Activated Podcast. We here
Sunday. What's going on, y'all? It's May 23rd. Glad to see everybody. How y'all living?
We missed y'all last week.
Yeah.
So we here. We making up for 2 weeks worth of news. And you know how
Yeah.
it goes in the world today.
You need to
And what
update
can
every
happen
20
in
minutes.
2 weeks?
Bro.
No
You
mass
ain't
shootings?
lied about that.
No mass shootings? Or I'm not even being funny.
No, I saw one in, was it Minnesota? Something just happened where like 10 people got shot and I think like 2 people died.
I missed that one.
But
That
no,
must be-
That one too.
Yeah,
it
that
was
must be
like, I don't think
national.
it was like a,
I wasn't trying to be funny, but I was being.
I don't think it was like a political.
It didn't
like
make
a
national.
Yeah, it was someone like letting shots off or a fight or something like that.
Okay. Well, still, but like.
But
all right.
still,
Yeah,
but yeah,
I get what you mean by that.
But still, though, that's way better than the 12 that happened to week the world, the United States Open. So, thank God for that.
but yeah, I
And
mean, I
prayers
feel
for the
like
people.
America is back because, there's a whole bunch of things going on and mass shootings, and we're helping people with war, and we're helping kill kids, unfortunately, across the world. Like I feel like we're in the exact same place we were like 4 or 5 years ago, to be honest.
You feel like February 2020? You're right back. Just subtract the orange dude.
It's like COVID never hit. Like the COVID, like this last year is just that COVID year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was
just
different.
like a pause. It was like a pause, and everybody's just like, "Oh, okay, world back open. Let's do it."
I seen last night.
You say you kind of went out, Q.
Yeah, y'all went out too. Last night, people are wild, bro. In Huntington Beach, there was a bunch of little TikTokers. They made like a viral video about Adrian's Kickback, is what they called it. Some kid
jumped off a balcony or whatever.
They were wilding out, bro. Just a bunch of teenagers wilding out in the street. Had thousands of people come from this video. It was only like a few days, and then and they were just like partying in the street. Just a bunch of teenagers, just like, you know what I mean, doing teenage
What the fuck?
having fun.
For real?
And the cops dispersed it. The cops were shooting pepper bullets at people, and people were throwing fireworks back at the cops. Like, they weren't like rioting, you know what I mean? They weren't like fighting the cops. The cops were shooting lethal rounds at, or less than lethal rounds at them, and you know what I mean, arresting
But
people.
they throwing like water bottles and whatever the fuck they can reach.
Well, they weren't even really like interacting with the police from what I saw. It was just like they were just trying to like have fun or party or whatever, and then the cops
100%.
were just like arresting them and dispersing people. It looked wild.
That sound wild. Defund those niggas. Defund the police. Especially Huntington Beach ones. Because they let all the Trump people do whatever they wanted to. What'd you say?
No, I was just saying, well, another thing is that we feel like, we're getting back to normal is June 15th. California will drop all capacity limits for businesses and social distancing requirements when the state fully reopens.
You are correct on that too. Hey, Delaney, we really can't see your face with your hat too. But
was the sun? My bad.
Yeah. But you are right on that. I forgot that California's opening all the way up. How y'all feel about that? Y'all think we ready?
We all I know is we're doing hella good with Corona right now. So, and I'm gonna keep wearing my mask because
I would say
some people are nasty. I like wearing a mask. I'm not feeling.
It gets annoying. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest.
Y'all work with them all day.
it gets annoying because obviously we work in customer service and like we're around people a lot and like, but I'm actually cool with wearing masks. Like I ain't gotta smell nobody's breath. I ain't gotta see, I'm not the perfect. I don't have the perfect smile either, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody's. I don't know, man.
Well, it's like less like socialness too, so you don't have to like read people's like facial expressions. You know what I mean? So it's more of like listening to how.
Yeah, for like me, yeah, especially like for me in customer service, like to me it seems like everybody got like a blank stare because I can't like see everybody's facial expressions. So it's like, I mean, I treat everybody the same, but like when you read people's body languages,
I need to see if your teeth fucked up, so I need to know how this conversation gonna go. I need a prerequisite, fam. I need to read the room. I need to know what's gonna happen right now.
But no, like,
I ain't got no teeth.
I think it just makes things more sanitary, anyways, because like people don't
100%.
like regardless. Like I do think this pandemic has made people a lot more like aware and more self-conscious about. I don't know what to call it. Like just not being nasty, not being disgusting. Covering your mouth.
Personal hygiene. The personal hygiene.
Yeah, your personal hygiene and all that kind of stuff. Like I do think it made people a lot more aware because they see now when you don't do it, everything can be gone in a snap of a finger.
In California, in California, there might be some other states.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. What do y'all think about like Florida, Texas, Arizona, pretty much all the states where you're your own cousin? Like, it's like they don't give a fuck. They've been got rid of it. So like,
I think I think because of what they did is why they had what they had. Like
100%.
There's a reason why like we've been over here chilling and about cases and stuff like that and keeping it under control. And
well, that's not 100% true, but
nah, California's been, dude. California
now
in San Diego there was no deaths. In San Diego there was no deaths the other day. We haven't had that like in a long time. There was like 47 cases in San Diego. That's really good.
Compared to thousands,
Yeah, compared to other states, bro, like it's big states like the states you just named, Texas, Florida, and all that kind of stuff. We've done a hell of a lot better in managing this than they have.
And you know the crazy part is, so I just seen this statistic, fam. It was like 4%.
But not even really quick, bro. Not even trying to be funny, but like look at what states are voted red, and you look at how they had to. How overall look how they handle cases versus like
how people was dying. Yeah, DeSantis, is that his name? His crazy ass.
The whole country.
Coronavirus is not coming to Florida.
We had it's 600,000 on Earth. 600,000 people dead is bad. So it's all relative.
I'm not marginalizing.
It don't matter.
Anything. I'm not marginalizing.
You remember the dude that was like, "Let's go outside and just get it over with and die." I was like,
bro, our president said you should put bleach in you. Okay, he said you can inject bleach.
No, bro. Remember when I was watching Dave Chappelle? He was like, "Yo, he is amazing because I've never seen anybody try to guess medical things on live TV in front of millions of people." Like he was like, "So you can do bleach, right? Like if we do the we can." Like he was making medical diagnosis live TV.
I've never seen him like. I've never seen a president like have like an actual like conversation like that, like during like a briefing or like press conference. Like that's a.
I almost miss it, bro. It's more entertaining. I don't miss
that.
it.
No, fuck that. I just want to let y'all know that Trump is
off a teleprompter is so much different than Donald Trump just going up there and just like.
I just want to let y'all know too, man. Like a lot of these people look at Trump as the head of the Republican Party still, so we think that he gone. His ass is losing steam, but he's still around though. What I was gonna say real quick before we got on that tangent, 4% of it was like a political thing. 4% of Democrats said they're not getting the vaccine, and 41% of Republicans said they're not getting the vaccine. So
Say that again.
41% of Republicans said that they're not going to get the vaccine or are not comfortable with it,
and then
or don't trust it. And 4% of Democrats.
4%.
So it's 41-4. And it's crazy how like it's funny how it's gonna end up being like this. It's just like how they did with the stimulus money, right? You notice how no Republican voted for the stimulus money at all. Like they all voted no. And then when everybody was happy that they got money, they was like, we did this for you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We did this for you. Because they know that all of their people are, I ain't gonna say dumb, but they're just uneducated or don't give a fuck or they don't, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't. So
yeah, well, they shut up real quick about socialism about that.
Yeah,
they were loving the money. They were loving the money.
I didn't even think about
They were
that,
mad
bro.
when they didn't get it. Come on now. Come
Joe
on now.
Biden's trying to make socialism and give you free money and go to work, get you a job. Like, nigga, it's a pandemic, nigga. We can't go outside. Get you a
Well,
job.
here's how, I mean, it's like they can't even agree on like an infrastructure bill about billions and trillions of dollars to fix roads and build bridges, which have been crumbled. Like if you drive, I mean, our infrastructure is bad. I mean, like Flint, look at Flint. Like there's places all across the country like Flint. Look at Mississippi. Like we already talked about it. Look at Texas. All our infrastructure needs to be updated. Look at the pipeline that the private freaking company holds and they freaking can't, you know what I mean? They get hacked and then a whole bunch of stuff and shut down gas on the East Coast and everybody's fighting about gas for a few days.
And putting gas in bags.
It's crazy because like my sister had hit me up and asked me for like gas money, and she was like, "Gas is almost $3 out here," and I'm like, "Shit."
This $4.59 or $4.39,
bro. There's a Chevron up the street. It's like $4.89.
Fuck that. I seen that. I was like, I'm never gonna hear. What was the last thing you just said, Q? Because I was finna say something after you said it and I forgot. But you said something that like sparked a thought. Okay, your ass go. What did you just say? What was we just talking about right before you said that, Delaney?
Oh, like it's so crazy, like how like things get hacked, and then all of a sudden, like gas prices on the East Coast are sparking people to like freak out and stuff.
What did you say right before you said that, Q? What did you say right before that getting hacked?
My bad. I cut out.
No, you good.
I don't know what you guys were talking about.
We were just repeating what you had just said just now, but I was asking the lady, what had you said before you talked about the pipeline and stuff? I was gonna say something and I don't remember no more.
Oh, infrastructure bill. All right, yeah. All right, let's move on from this. Fuck them.
Yeah. Oh no, real quick, what I was gonna say was real quick before we move on too far. It's hilarious how Trump wasn't doing nothing and like all these people was dying, and like now Big B did all this other stuff, and now, so these people that were like fuck the mask now because Big B has got a successful rollout for the vaccine. Now they like, we told y'all Corona don't exist. We told y'all we could have been going outside. We can woo. Like it's not like 60% of the country didn't get vaccinated in like 2 months or 3-4 months. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like a cause and an effect of why we could go outside. And I think that's gonna be it's unfortunate that that's gonna get misconstrued. You know what I'm saying?
They're completely disregarding the fact that like people are getting vaccinated. Like
exactly. They like, man, coronavirus was shit, man. We went woo. And it's like, yeah. So I think it's sad that this gonna get lost in that because I mean it's that's kind of the game.
Well, and, we're technically in the off season of it too. It like winter it spiked, like it'll come back again next winter.
100%.
It maybe not as bad, but like you said, with Joe Biden in them, like they're typical, like they are typical like liberal government people. So they will try to stop it, and they will continue to do whatever they can to stop it because. I mean, the Republicans say they care about the economy, but like Joe Biden, like I said, wants you back at work. They're the ones trying to cancel your unemployment everywhere. Well, at least agree with it. The Republican states are doing it, but he said,
if Florida, fam, you gotta search for 5 jobs a week. to keep
And
you on
even
unemployment.
and like if you go to an interview and then you don't accept it, like because some people do, I
You
mean,
get
not
canceled.
everybody wants to go work at a shit job for shit money. If you don't accept it, you don't get your unemployment. So
And then they don't want to give you a higher minimum wage. Ain't that hilarious?
well, and the fucked up part was they were like, that's why I hate the media and I hate the news. Like, there's no way that they were ever going to actually do a $15 minimum wage. Like, if you pay attention, like, they acted like they were going to. They ran on it. They did a whole bunch of stuff. And it's like, there's no way it was going to
A
happen.
whole bunch
That's
of research and like it was a whole bunch of information. Well, if we do 15 minimum wage, the U.S. gross economy, the
burritos,
GDP,
the $50 burritos. Okay.
yeah, exactly.
And that's a thing that we've been taught like poorly is minimum wage stuff. Is we've always been taught
On
that
purpose.
minimum wage is gonna lead to inflation and your burritos are gonna be $50 and there's gonna be no jobs. And
ain't it hilarious? Because for like inflation been happening.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen anyway, nigga. It's like what the fuck? Like, niggas.
I got in an argument with this fool. He's like, yeah, well, because someone that I used to know, you know what I mean? And he's like hardcore, like saying stupid stuff against the minimum wage. And I'm like, it's fucking 2021 and you're sitting here. Oh, minimum wage shouldn't go up because it makes, it takes, God, it will, it takes
make businesses.
It takes your benefits away. So your food stamps. If you raise minimum wage and people are able to have better income, then their food stamps go away. Like what the fuck kind of shit is that?
That is
the craziest. That's
two things
like,
that have no correlation with each other.
Without being racist, like bro, it's classist as fuck too. Like people don't. No one
Ain't
really
that
wants
the
to be
point
on
though?
food stamps.
Like, yeah, like if I'm making enough money to not be on food stamps,
That's the point. That's the point. That's the point. That's the point.
What the fuck? Yeah, that's good. That's he should pretty much just say, I don't like niggas. He's like, black people.
He's like, oh, I did a study that in Portland, gentrification wouldn't stop until $27 an hour. And then I told Evelyn, and then she's like, that fool doesn't get the point. Like, that means that people need to be making $27 an hour to actually be able to afford where they're already living.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's not a good thing. Like, it's not going to end till $27. Like, that's exactly. We can't afford it. Yeah, bro. But that's what I like to call speaking from a place of privilege. So if you
I was on his ass. No, I was and then this fool called me. He said, "Oh, you're too much of a liberal to talk to." If raising the minimum wage makes me a liberal, then okay.
I like how that's like the scapegoat. Like, you're way too smart for this conversation. You're too liberal to continue. Do you have factual information? I can't even continue this.
Have factual information. It's like,
bro. Just the speed over Trump, bitch ass. His ass is scared because Rudy Giuliani is about to get indicted within the next week or two. So he ain't talking to him or talking to nobody. He hanging out Mar-a-Lago.
The mob boss gets another one to go down before him, huh? Yeah.
He's just hanging out, fam. So also, my bad, my best friend, who is the district attorney of New York, says that they're not only, they said this like 3 days ago, that they're not only doing a civil, but they're doing a criminal case on Trump right now. Like, she said it out loud, like, criminal case, fam. But they're gonna catch him on stuff that he did before he was the president. It's not like they
look. I'm telling you, if a president, I don't care if it's Donald Trump, if that fool were to get arrested,
he's gonna be the first president to go to jail
ever. Man. Yes,
it's gonna be the biggest political thing in like U.S.
and yeah, hands down. Well, and you know how nuts all his fans are, so it's like,
yeah. But think about it though, they support the police.
No, no, it's a Democrat district attorney. So
I mean, that's cool, but
they hate. No, they don't. They're not gonna like
they don't
her.
like her
It's
because
a
she's
witch hunt.
Democratic.
Yeah, she's a
Yeah.
Democrat.
Yeah. But still, though, the police is pulling up to his house and arrested him. So, like, it's to the point, like, it's so serious that the governor of Florida, DeSantis, I think is his name, they had to have a meeting to find out what their plan of action was going to be if they were going to extradite Trump from there to New York. Is extradite the right word? Where they take you from?
Speed it up.
No, that's not the. What's it called?
Extradite.
Extradite.
Expedite and extradite are
Extradite.
That's
That's what I'm trying to say.
extradite is the correct word
Extradite
because
is what I'm trying to
you're taking him from Florida to New York. Yeah.
Exactly. And they was talking about how they wasn't gonna let him. DeSantis pretty much has like a law or like a power as the governor to where he can review the case, and if he feels like it's some bullshit or if he doesn't agree with it, he can choose to like not let him leave, which is crazy too.
Oh, I would love to see Donald Trump hunker down and well, it's the state of New York, so it's not.
He would technically be a fugitive. And like,
but the feds would need to step in.
Leave. Yeah, exactly. And he wouldn't be able to leave Florida until like the national government or federal government stepped in. But if it came to that part. So yeah, so that's all in the air.
I would love to see armed Trump supporters like in front of Trump's house. Oh my God, bro. Yeah,
we're protecting armed man.
And that's when the feds would step in, but I don't know if the state of New York would go in there and like pull him out. Like if he hunkers down in Florida, that's gonna be hilarious.
That's what they already saying. He does something on. That's what they already say. He on his little blog. You see, he got a. Okay, so also
it's been doing bad too. Come on, it's because he doesn't have Twitter, bro. Pulling this fool off of Twitter was the best thing that they could have ever done, bro.
Also, they hyped it up. They was like, Trump is about to make his own social media. Get ready for Trumper. And then they made it was a website with a blog. I was like, oh, nigga, this ain't no social media site.
The grift, bro. It's the money, bro. They're con men,
bro.
They
yeah.
And so, they finesse their fans. Because they can't finesse
everybody else. Yeah, no.
They can't.
He got $70 million after he lost the election. And like over half that money went to pay for his campaign fees. The other half, don't nobody know where it went. So y'all are welcome. Trump.
I'd love to see like Ivanka go first. Like Ivanka and Jared Kushner get arrested before Trump. Just because that fool would fucking freak out. Like that fool would. If Ivanka and Kushner got. No, I would love to see him sweat before he goes in. I want him to be
that movie storyline where it's like the head boss starts losing people one by one closest to him.
I want him to sit. I want to see him cry in the house when they're trying to arrest him, bro. Yes, okay. I want to see this fool act like the baby he is, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I
want him to keep that same energy of being an entertainer. Nah, come on, let's entertain me.
What happened with that Bible at now, fam?
Like after all this time, I just don't want it to be like this fool get arrested and this fool get out on bail the next day. You know, I want this fool to like. That's what I mean. Is it be a big deal? I want to see the copter. I want to see the copter footage around his house. Okay.
You want live coverage?
I want everything.
Yeah, exactly. I want to hear the
Q said,
like I'm in that bed.
Q said, I want to hear the negotiations.
Yep, I want to hear him crying on live television. I want to hear him call into Fox. They're coming for me. Sean Hannity is right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Tucker. Tucker and Sean Hannity duo.
Oh, he definitely calling Tucker.
Oh, yeah,
he said duo.
Tucker, come down to the station. Trump's got Sean Hannity on the phone. We need to do something crazy. Have everybody together. Have them crying on the phone. I would love it.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, Laura Ingram's bitch ass crying on the phone and shit. Fuck her too.
Ivanka in a jumpsuit, like, why are they doing that to my father?
Because your ass in jail right now.
Why are they scaring him?
Bitch, you ain't the president. You in jail. So, also on another note, real quick before we get off these niggas, which we supposed to be Giuliani's son is trying to run for the governor of New York.
Oh yeah, that fool.
He look just like that nigga too. It's hilarious.
Did his Did he announce that in front of a porn shop too, or was it like completely different?
Nah. He was just outside. He was smart. He said, "I'm just be on the street." Just saying in front of this building.
Gotta make that money. Gotta get that that campaign money.
Gotta help exactly.
Out for your father's legal fees, but he's also a lawyer.
That's really what it is, bro. So Giuliani fam is like calling Trump every day and like, yeah. And Trump is not answering. They said Trump's team was pretty much telling him not to say shit at all. They was like, don't say shit because you're gonna indict yourself, you goofy ass nigga. So don't say nothing.
My 30 other lawyers tell you don't say shit, even though we told you not to say shit a long time ago, Rudy.
Yeah,
Rudy,
exactly.
I told you to not go on TV and say that.
And you did anyway.
And it's so funny because
shut the fuck up, or you going to jail, nigga.
Well, it wasn't Roger Stone, or was it Roger Stone?
It was Roger Stone that came out with that. He looked like the penguin with that fucking hat on with the circle glasses.
Bro, like, why is it such a movie, bro?
He looked like a literal villain, fam. He like the evil dude off of the Wild Wild West.
Bro, he has a tattoo of Richard Nixon, bro.
Oh. Yeah, Loveless. You see the Nixon tattoo, bro.
Bro, like that's what I mean, bro. And this will. Bro, and all the crazy people love taking pictures with him, and he just looks so haggard, like just so like.
He looked like an M. Night Shyamalan villain, fam. He's like, lighting to the T.
You disappeared.
Oh, damn, bro, that's funny as fuck.
Hey, but wasn't he not the one who was like, basically? Rudy's fucked, like Trump's. They
all say that. They all get in trouble when they say like Michael Cohen was like, "Yeah, we're all like." Or
it might have been Michael Cohen. That's it.
They all
was the one who probably said like, "Yeah, he's geared to drag Rudy's name through the mud now."
Yeah,
Steve Bannon got arrested a few months ago too. Like all of them know that they don't care though because they'll just do their 1 year of time and it's, you know what I mean? It's a white crime.
Yeah, like it's not worth it. Yeah,
crime, a white rich person. So they just get off and then they have millions of dollars.
Exactly. I was just gonna say that. Like I just made $100 million. I'm finna sit down for a year for, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't get, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm finna get out and be straight. While I'm in, I'm on a beanbag chair. Like I'm good. Like it ain't regular jail. Niggas is not. You know what I'm saying? Like come on, man. You know what's up. Because I would love to see Steve Bannon get, not see it, but I would just love to hear about Steve Bannon getting everything he deserved in that motherfucker. From all that crispity, crackety, the blaze shit, even, yeah.
Yeah,
I want all them niggas that he was talking shit about, I want them to meet him.
Yeah, I'm not wishing police violence on anybody, but I'm saying if they were to like, you know what I mean? Just
if there's one person you want to beat up.
I don't want him walking out like smiling. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. Don't Dylan Roof his ass. Don't Dylan Roof that nigga. I need you to, don't Dylan Roof that nigga. Don't give him no Burger King enough.
Because if it does happen, it's gonna have a lot of coverage, and I just don't want him like. He'll use it as a campaign thing. Like he'll use it as a campaign thing because he's still allowed to run for president. So that's another thing they have to be careful of because that fool, if it's, smiling, look at what they did to me. It's a witch hunt.
Fuck that nigga. So anyway, on another note, R.I.P. Ronald Greene. He passed away 2 years ago. The police pretty much did a Emmett Till on him. They beat him up.
Louisiana State Patrol.
Louisiana State Patrol, excuse me. They, if I'm not mistaken, they tased him twice, beat him up. Okay, so here to give you the full situation, Ronald Greene he was speeding, I believe, or something like that. The police tried to put him over. He took him on a high speed chase. It was like early in the morning, late at night, so ain't nobody else outside like that. He stopped. He surrendered. He said, I'm sorry. I'm scared. I give up. I'm surrender, whatever. It was like, oh, UFC. And then they began to beat him up. They beat him up on the ground. He tased him a few times. 2 other police officers came, and then he was like, one of the officers, as you can hear, he was like, great job. Like, keep doing it. Or something like along those lines. Then they sit him up bloody. Like you can see him all bloody, beat up, obviously, and while he's handcuffed. It's an audio after the fact of one of the officers saying, I don't know what happened, but we beat the fuck out of him, and he kept wrestling, and we beat the fuck out of him some more. And then he said some other stuff, and he was like, and then he just went limp. And this is on audio, right? This is him, recording of him. I don't know where they got the recording from. Also, the state troopers, the district attorney, and the state attorney all pretty much hid all the evidence. I don't know the proper term, but they pretty much made it to where they locked the evidence up. Q just said it off camera, offline, that they hid the autopsy records. I didn't know that. So they pretty much locked everything up, hid everything. They didn't release the video for 2 years. 2 years, and the police told his family that he died in a car wreck.
So, and the only reason why it got released was because the Associated Press got the autopsy report and the stuff.
Exactly. And they had to. They were forced to, pretty much. Because somebody at AP was like, oh, well. So, yes. So they were forced to fucking release this footage and info. And now it's like it's building energy up again for Ronald Greene, because again, he pretty much got lynched. Like, everybody is like, oh, well, he shouldn't have been driving fast or whatever. But think about this, G. Like, think about if you like jaywalking and they like, oh, you doing a crime, and then the police like, oh, time to kill you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about that, G. Like, it's a whole court system, and niggas don't even get a chance to go to it. To get fucked up in the court system. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even get a chance to make it to the court system. So, sending condolences, prayers to the family. But yeah,
so
that's kind of the new thing. That's
now
the
that
newest
I'm about some
new
off
thing.
the wall. What did that DA say about was it
Andrew Brown?
Yeah, like, I don't care if a car.
Oh, it's stationary.
Stationary. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, DAs are pigs, bro. DAs are pigs. DAs are cops.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost all of them are. Their job is to fucking prosecute felony charges and for everything. So for criminals, and they do it for people, but they don't do it for cops. So yes, they're cops. They're pigs.
I agree with that.
99.9% of DAs are pigs.
I can't be mad at that logic, bro.
And you could say that they are like the top pig in counties above sheriffs, because they're the ones who decide to prosecute stuff.
They got the power. Yeah, exactly. They the last. Can you say my guy's name again? I don't want to mispronounce it. Brown, what was his name? The dude you just said, Delaney?
Andrew Brown Jr.
Yeah, it's Andrew Brown Jr. So, also, speaking of Andrew Brown Jr., too, RIP, prayers, condolences. Okay, so I forgot how long the video is. It's going to be like 15, 20 minutes or something like that. They let one family member and one lawyer watch, I think, a couple minutes or like 30 seconds. One or the other. Anyway, they watched one slither of the clip, and he was like, there is unequivocally no provocation for why they did this. Like, unequivocally. He's like, bro, if you see the
lawyer,
the lawyer for the family. So, for the people that don't know, they did a what's it called? Not a home autopsy, but like a personal autopsy. Whatever. They hired an optometrist to do an autopsy on his body. He got shot 5 times. The one that killed him, he got shot in the back of his head, right in the middle of his neck, right kind of in the middle. So first thing is you can't shoot people in the back. First off, that's not even a thing. Second, they said after they killed him, or after he got shot, he crashed the car, obviously because he did. So they walked up to his car and shot into his car. But he already did though. So they like did some zombie land double tap type stuff, which is crazy as well. And I assume that's all on video too. So from my understanding, they don't want to release none of that because
no. So they had a press conference with the video and they showed it. And it's just like clips. No.
It was clips.
And then the DA said, no, we're not going to give anybody copies of it.
Yeah.
They're cherry picking on what the public can see.
Oh, and sorry to go back, but with Ronald Greene, they tried to say that it was still under investigation. So them releasing it like hurts the investigation, even though it's been 2 years. 2 years. And so I assume they'll do the same thing with Andrew Brown. I think at some point it'll get released, but not until years later.
It's like 2 years. Yeah. When the heat is off.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Well, and it's wild. I don't know if y'all saw the protest. The protests there were like 50 people, if that, and like they had hundreds of police in riot gear.
Because they knew they fucked up.
Well, and
I didn't see that.
There was so much. It like totally went under the radar. The first few days, there was freaking so many police there. So many.
But it's a statement.
It looked like Minneapolis during the trial at the end.
Oh yeah, no, they had some Gestapo swag going on. They had some Gestapo looking. Yeah, we finna. And it's crazy, like, cause it's like we finna kill y'all, and then arrest you for being mad at it. You finna kill you. So yeah, man. Sending prayers to that, man. It's just crazy how it's like all of the stuff that happened to George Floyd swag and everything, and like they still don't have any, like the George Floyd law still ain't passed, but they passed the Asian hate law in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, son.
Well, there's been more anti-protest bills than police reform bills.
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
100%. It's like I think 46 states or 48 states did at least have one law, like a anti-protest law that they
and to bring it to San Diego for the last one, and also to talk about that police budgets, is that our police budget is going up, and they act like, oh well, we need to do analysis, and well, the overtime budget's going down though by $4 million. But the rest of the budget.
About this,
me? Oh yeah.
Yeah, keep going though. My bad, keep going.
No, I'm just saying, like, you can't act like it's a surprise. Like, people are still asking you to do that. Like, you can't act. You thought it was going to stop. You thought it was going to stop. Come on, like, you thought that, like, and a lot of people ask, like, it's not just something where there's a few people telling you to take money away and put it into different places. Like, it's a lot of people. A lot of people are politically active telling you that you need to change the way that you do your police budget and the services that they provide, and we need to rethink it. And the people in power keep acting like, oh no, it's just gonna, nothing's going to happen. We're not going to do anything because they're going to be quiet sooner or later. And we're just going to keep the status quo.
So
And that's why things like with Jesse Evans in San Diego last week, when he was allegedly urinating. The body cam footage that they finally released doesn't show that. But Jesse Evans is a black homeless man who Sdpd, they tackled him, they were arresting him and were punching him in the face.
Real quick, I also saw that dude is like a La Jolla. He frequently is in La Jolla. So like where he was at is where he's at. Like the people in the neighborhood knew him, and he like They was like, man, he don't even bother nobody. He just like homeless dude doing this thing. Keep going. My bad. Prerequisite because people be
Because
like,
they
he was
probably
homeless,
knew.
he could be attacking people or like fucking doing something or pulling his dick out or whatever. He's like, yeah. But
And
everybody in La Jolla is like, he was chill as fuck. He like, keep going though. My bad.
yeah, no, and I mean, the cops hit him. They punched him. You know what I mean? Hammer fisted this fool. And it's like a 4-minute video, and it recorded from a bystander, and it really was the best video of the whole situation.
In her car. Yeah.
And yeah, and people were pissed, and yeah, a couple, you know what I mean? They did some press conferences. I'll give the body cam footage, and the mayor just like doesn't care, and it made it onto Saturday Night Live last night. Like they made a joke about it. It went national because of the police beating up a black homeless man, and then they act like it's a surprise when Sdpd was, a couple months back, they got videoed or on the body cam footage of a cop shooting a homeless man because he had a knife when he was eating, but he didn't even pull the knife on him. And then they had beat up they shot the homeless woman in December.
Real quick, before you skip, the homeless dude was also minding his business and chilling. So my bad. You got to remember that too. He was like sitting down on a box or something. Okay, my bad.
And so, yeah, they just released the body cam footage. What was it? A couple of days ago of them beating up Jesse, and like they said, oh, the officers observed him urinating, but in the body cam footage, there's none of that. He's not urinating. He didn't have time to even pull his pants down. And the DA, he never got charged with it. The police never charged him with urinating in public. And what
because they beat his ass. They like, oh, you didn't already served your time, nigga. We didn't punch you in the face.
Well, the DA declined to press felony charges on him, so it's now with the city attorney to do like misdemeanor or smaller charges.
Yeah, like a smaller charge. Yeah, exactly.
But the cops never charged him actually with urinating. But everything they put out in the public, we observed him urinating. So they lie a whole bunch, and in the video they say, "Oh, Jesse punched one of the officers," and in the frame it's like, it's just got his fist like this. But when you look at it and you look at what was going on, he didn't punch the officer then. Like he did not punch the officer, and I slowed it all the way down. Like I slowed the video down, all the way down to like 1%. You could see that it wasn't. He did not punch him. Like
he getting punched in the face, fam. So he going, your arms moving, fam. You getting beat the fuck up. I also want to just put out there, like, fam is homeless. Like not down in homeless people, but I was homeless at one point in time. Like I wasn't like scratching my neck homeless, but like, fam is malnutrition in a motherfucker. Like why you gotta? It's two of y'all. Why you gotta UFC it? You know what I'm saying? Like what?
And then why does it take like a total of like 6 cops, four squad cars? Like,
bro, you say they got a pin down? He homeless, fam. How strong is he? How strong can he be? Like in real life, how strong is he, bro? Like that you gotta.
And they run up as if like he.
Like you Tyson Fury. Like, bro, yeah. So it's very sad, and it's also some bullshit, which is like you were saying, Q. I was seeing this thing about what police reports, and like the percentage of police reports that are falsified is like crazy, or like leave out information. It's like crazy, like over 2/3. They just like on purpose, like don't. Leave out information, or they'll exaggerate what the other person did. So, like for this example, he was urinating, so we had to punch him in the face. Like, like you know what I'm saying? It's like always.
Well, in the body cam footage too, yeah. I'm sorry to keep on going back. He walked away. Like Jesse walked away, and these fools were like, "Oh yeah, you want to go after him?" They're like, "Yeah, we got another call too, but I'm down for whatever." That's what they said. And then there's like 2 minutes. They got in the truck. There's like 2 minutes of missing audio, bro, and video. And they turn around, and then that's when they freaking go and attack him.
Oh,
He
so
had
it's a
walked
whole.
away. Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't even know. I didn't see the video. I didn't know they dropped the video. So I'm late on that. That's on me. But that's wild. That's wild.
They lie. Like, that's the thing, is people think it's just like, oh, police murders. Like, they lie about the simplest shit. Like, that's basic and simple. Like, how many
Exactly.
falsified reports and arrests have happened off police lying? Like, I would be willing to bet it's like 60%, like
Shit, it's
70%
probably
of the
more than
time
that,
they're
bro.
lying. 80-90% of the time
Yeah,
they're lying about some aspect of the arrest.
exactly. And it's crazy because people be like, you can't. Yeah, police don't blah blah blah. Like once you get a job, you become a new person. Like nigga, you've been lying. You've been a liar, fam. Or not even that. It's just like people in general lie. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like I'm gonna get a job and I'm gonna automatically become like a new person. Like I'm a saint now. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't work like that. Like people lie to save their ass all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like you think they not finna lie and save their ass when they, you know what I'm saying? Like you gonna do that at your job at Target, fam. You gonna lie to save your ass. You know what I'm saying? These niggas is police. The difference is the police can come arrest you at Target. Ain't nobody policing the police. So it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no balance or no like the police investigate themselves. So like how can you really, you know what I'm saying? Like how can you really, it's like the January 6th thing, G. Like all of these people don't want an individual committee to be formed because that would pretty much be calling the police on themselves. So like,
Well, it would
Dude,
lead to it probably not happening again, and they want it to be able to happen again.
yeah. Oh, that's deep. I ain't think about all that. I ain't say all that. I ain't
Because
mad at you.
I mean, it's part of going with it. If they do the committee, they admit,
Admit a fault. They admit fault. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And also,
and they're
they can't
giving
get Trump back in there.
well, fuck they voted to give the U.S. Capitol Police 1.9 billion more dollars. Just recently, the other day,
Yeah, that's
1.9.
crazy.
And let me tell you, the Capitol Police, the reason why January 6th happened was not because they were underfunded, and not
Oh
because
no.
they.
Oh no! Did you see the stuff that came? All this information. I'm glad you said that. So information just came out talking about how Trump blocked the military from stepping in for 30 minutes. I think it was like 32 minutes or 30 something minutes. Um. I think everybody saw because that was like a month ago. Like that dude that opened the door, like the Congress lawmaker
No,
Congress
that was
dude.
in Oregon,
Oh, that was in Oregon.
where the
Oh,
dude
okay, my
got in
bad.
trouble. He got in
Oh, that's
trouble for
Oregon. Oh,
yeah, because they were trying to do something similar in Oregon. He let people in. Yeah, yeah.
my bad. Okay, no one fuck up. It was something else too with the January 6th flag. I don't remember right now. But to end on that note, though, Kevin McCarthy, which I believe his name, and what's the South Carolina dude that always be talking shit about?
Lindsey Graham.
Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham. He pretty much got on there and said Trump is the head of the Republican Party, and I support him. I'm behind Trump. Even though 2 months ago he was like, Trump is the reason for this insurrection. It's the reason. Trump is the reason why. I was like, bro. So you can tell these niggas talking heads, bro. I think I said that already, but I just had to reiterate that.
you put fear in their hearts.
Yeah, exactly. He's not going nowhere. So I think that's a good way to end on that note.
And I just want to say,
fuck all of them.
yeah.
That's how you end it on
Appreciate y'all sending prayers to, anybody that's lost a loved one in a situation or during Rona or during a conflict, the Middle East, prayers, anybody that's feeling pain or experiencing stuff. We love y'all. And with that, we go. No, that's bad. It's your boy, Real Walter Ford, though.
GDQ, we here. We go.
Boy Mac 2301. It's the Activated Podcast. Appreciate y'all. Go like, subscribe, and all of that kind of stuff. Follow us too. Stay
Boo.